22 when you got married. He was 24. Okay, all right. And how many people came to your wedding? Are you still eating? You're finished. You're gonna have cake. How many people came to your wedding?
Not many. And I have the list of gifts. Okay?
No kidding.
I
You
can't-
still have it,
yeah.
huh?
I have a piece of paper where I wrote down, you gave me $5, you gave me $10, you gave me $5, $10.
Who gave you the most? Do you remember?
Then an uncle of mine, one of my mother's brothers,
Yeah.
gave us a couple of $100.
Wow.
And that was
Unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Okay.
You know, that helped pay that we went to the Nevele on a honeymoon.
That's where you
I
went.
had on that list, somebody gave me a blanket.
Okay.
Somebody gave us a vase, which was broken. And yeah. And that was what they did. My friends gave me $5 each.
That's what they could afford.
That was money.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
That was real money.
It probably had more worth than it does now.
Of course.
But
okay.
that's all they could afford.
And you said when you first started your first job, you got $8 a week
Yes.
as a secretary in the law office.
Yes.
And then how long did you work as a secretary in the law?
I was always, and I quit, and I worked for I worked for a man who was a distributor of orchid plants.
Oh my!
So I worked for him for a while, and then I finally wound up. My friend told me that there was an opening in the school, and I applied for it. The principal interviewed me, and I got the job. So I worked for the school district from then on.
Now, which school? What are we talking here now?
Pardon?
In Long Island? Where was the school?
Oh, in Inwood, where I lived.
Inwood, that's where you lived.
The school district, that was a school where all the kindergarten children came from.
Okay.
All the different towns.
Okay.
It was called the 5 Towns.
Yeah.
And
okay.
that was the kindergarten school.
Is that where you lived?
And
mostly?
I started out as an assistant, and when the head secretary quit, I had to take a civil service test, and I got the job. So I was the principal secretary.
For how long?
Oh, at least 15 years or more.
Did you have kids during that time? And who took care of the kids?
No, this is later on in life when the
Okay.
kids were big.
Okay.
Shari had Michael.
Okay.
And then
so you went back.
The
in other words,
principal retired, and we had a new principal. And Shari came to visit. She brought Michael to the school. And my principal just fell in love with him. And she told me, tell Shari to move and live in that area, so the little one could go to school. Yeah.
You never had a principal named Lineal, did you? Michelle Lineal or Lorraine Lineal? Does any of those names sound familiar? Lorraine or Michelle Lineal?
I don't get you.
Lineal.
Lineal?
Yeah. My cousin was a principal in one of those schools in the 5 towns, but I don't remember which 5 town it was. Yeah, I'm trying to remember which 5 town it was.
Cedarhurst, Woodmere, Inwood. No, it wasn't Inwood.
Yeah.
That's where I lived. And
Oh my, I don't remember.
Lawrence.
Maybe I don't remember.
A man.
A lady. A girl. Two women. 2 sisters.
Not in my time.
One was Barry, and her last name was Lorraine Barry, and then my other cousin was Michelle Lineal. I'll have to find out. I'll ask him one day.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah. I don't know, but I don't know when you stopped, working there.
Oh, yeah.
So you worked there when the girls were growing up.
Uh-huh.
After the girls were grown up?
Yeah.
While they were growing up? When you were there? Were the kids in school? Were your 2 in school?
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah, it was true.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it's hard to believe that you were that poor as a kid.
Yeah.
That you had such a hard time. That your father was such a good man, but he had such a hard time
Yes.
earning a living.
Yes.
And your mother couldn't really work because she was taking care of the kids. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough stuff.
Right.
Tough things. Hold on. Yes, Bernie.